Hello, and welcome to the first week of the AdmiralFighters collab channel. This is Zira. This week we're supposed to talk about what makes us uniquely nerdy, and of course I have several hobbies that fit that category. I've got sci-fi and fantasy, also video games, expensive books written in languages that I can't even read. And sure, I could have made my video about any one of those things, but this week I decided to instead talk about my interest in onomastics. Oh no, what? Onomastics? Not quite. But I am a bit of a foodie, so that too. Onomastics is actually the study of given names. And not just name meanings, which I also find interesting, for example, how certain names change from language to language and culture to culture, but it also covers things like why certain names are more or less popular in a given year or decade or century, or even why certain names become less popular with higher economic classes while they become more popular in lower ones. I told you it was nerdy. I actually know quite a lot about this subject because I took a linguistics class in college, and they asked us to do a certain project over the semester on language. I decided to do mine on onomastics, and I wrote a 7-page paper and I think a 9-page paper and annotated bibliography all on given names and name trends. So I did a lot of research. It was fun. Studying name trends gives you some insights into names and naming that you might not expect. For example, the name Adolf you might assume became less popular because of Hitler. But in fact, it was already on a sharp downward decline when he came into power. So all it really did was cement it as a name that wouldn't become popular again anytime soon. And in fact, celebrities in general have far less effect on the popularity of any given name than one might think. Just because someone's popular doesn't mean their name is going to become more popular. It just doesn't have that much effect. Traditional names always stay on top, in the top 10 or 20, especially the boy names. Girl names flux more, but boy names like Michael and Daniel and David always stay in the top 10 or so. There are some anomalies. For example, the name Madison for girls sprang almost out of nowhere. Coming from the movie Splash, Daryl Hannah's character chose the name Madison. It's actually a boy's name. Madison means son of Maud, but in the recent decades, it's become an extremely popular girl name. And just like any psychology textbook will tell you, correlation is not equal to causation. You might have noticed that the name Isabella or Bella has become extremely popular in the past few years. And you might think, oh, it's because of Twilight. But no. If you look at the name trends, Isabella has become popular well before there would be anyone to be naming their child after Twilight. In fact, it just parted the public consciousness, so the fact that Stephenie Meyer chose that name didn't cause the popularity of Isabella. You might notice that it's been already on the rise if you look at the statistics. But again, these trends do have their exceptions. For example, the name Nevea, which is spelled N-E-V-A-E-H, or E-A-H for parents that missed the point completely, was almost unheard of as a girl's name, until the lead singer of the Christian rock band P.O.D. named his daughter the oh-so-clever name of Heaven spelled backwards in 2000. Flash forward to 2007, and it's the 31st most popular name for girls, just coming out of nowhere. Now, when I say this name is such and such number on the charts, I mean in the United States. I don't have that much information on different countries and how the names trends change. I would love to do more research into that. Most of my information comes from the United States Social Security website, which I will link down below. I also read several books and articles when I was doing my research papers, such as Freakonomics by Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen J. Dubner, and also A Matter of Taste, How Names, Fashions, and Culture Change. I will also link to those books, and if you'd like to know more, you can check that out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.